Hello students, in this class we are going to discuss about predicates, path predicates and achievable paths. First of all, we have to know about what is a predicate. It is a logical function evaluated at the decision called predicate. See, whenever you are going to perform some logical function, at that logical function you have to take some decision, no? If it is, suppose if it is if a greater than 0, you have to go for one decision. If it is less than 0, you have to go for another decision. So based upon the some logical function, if you are going to take some decision, means we can see that one as predicate. Okay, then the direction taken at the decision depends upon the value of the decision variable. See, based upon the value of the decision variable, we have to take the direction. See, if that value is less than 0, suppose if you have performed the sum logical operation, means suppose in a programming code, if you have performed some operation called x plus y, if that sum is greater than 0, then you can say like go to this statement. If that sum is less than 0, then you can say that go to this statement. That we can say it as a predicate. Okay, then what here they are saying is the direction taken at the decision, whatever the direction that we are taking of the direction taken at the decision, whatever the direction you are taking, it depends upon the value of the decision variable. See, if that value is less than 0, we choose this direction. If that value is greater than 0, we are choosing another direction. Based upon the value, we are choosing the different directions. Here they are giving some examples. See, a greater than 0 comma x plus y greater than or equal to 90. See, here this is a logical function. A greater than 0 is a logical function. Definitely, absolutely, it is a logical function. If a is greater than 0, we in a function you are writing a condition called a greater than 0. If a is greater than 0, then we are going for one statement. If a is less than 0, we have to go for another statement. Here if you observe this, if a is greater than 0, we are going for one statement. If it is less than 0, we are going for another statement. Based upon that expression, we are going to take the decision. We are going to take the direction. Whatever the decision it is giving, we are going to take the direction. See, here in this another example, x plus y, we are giving some input values x comma y. If that x plus y is greater than or equal to 90, this is some example you are giving. It is not exactly greater than, whatever the logic in the program, we can implement that. Suppose we are writing according to the code, if you are writing x plus y greater than 100 or x plus y greater than or equal to z, just like that we can write the code. Okay, just like that we can write the code. This is the example they have given. Here in this example, if x plus y is greater than or equal to 90, then here if it is greater than or equal to 90, we are going for one statement. If it is less than or equal to 90, we are going for the another statement. Okay, this is the difference. Based upon this decision only, we are taking the direction. Understand what is a predicate is? Then let us see what is a path predicate. A path predicate is associated with the path and it is called as path predicate. See, it is something related to the path. We can say that one as a path predicate. For example, if x is greater than 0, x plus y greater than or equal to 90, w is either negative or equal to 10 is true. See, here if one sequence is depending upon the another sequence, then we can say that is a path predicate. See, the sequence of predicates whose all truth value will cause the some routine to take the specific path. To take some specific path, we have to take some truth values. See, here they are giving some example here. X should be greater than 0. Why? Because if you have to get the positive value, you have to use the positive value. To get the positive value, you have to use the positive value. That's why they are saying x is greater than 0. Here a predicate associated with the path is called path predicate. Whatever the predicate that is associating with the path, we can say that one as a path predicate. For example, if x is greater than 0, then x plus y greater than or equal to 90. Obviously it will become it should be greater than 90. Here w is either negative or equal to 10. It should not be related to some value negative, that is not correlated, but it is a sequence of predicates whose truth value will cause a routine to take the specific path. See, based upon the sequence itself, we have to choose the truth values, and it will cause some routine to take some specific path. To take a specific path, it will cause some routines. Okay. Then, what is a multi-way branch? See, if you are having some multi-way branches, then what we have to know about that multi-way branch? See, a multi-way branch is the path taken through a multi-way branch. See, through a multi-way branch, if we are going to take a path, we can say it as a multi-way branch. See, suppose we are using the statement called go to, case statement, jump tables. See, we can't directly express this true or false statement. See, suppose if it is a condition, based upon that condition, we are going to take the values. Suppose if it is case 0, if it is true, go for case 1. Otherwise, else if it is 2, choice. If we are taking for choice, see, if you have taken the example of the ATM machine, here there we are having multiple choices. Once you enter the card into the ATM machine, they will offer you so many choices there. First one is check the account balance, just like that. If an user asked for that, then go to that choice. Otherwise, go to this choice. Otherwise, just like that. We are going to set the path. We are going to do the programming based upon the logic. So here, by using the multi-way branches, the path is moving from one place to the another place. See, it can't be directly expressed in the form of true or false statements. Through some multi-way branches, it can be expressed. So although it is possible to describe such alternatives by using the multi-valued logic, it is possible to describe, but such an alternatives, we should use such an alternatives by using the multi-valued logic itself. We can use such a logic. Suppose an approach, whatever the approach that we are taking to express the multi-way branches, as an equivalent to set it off than the else statement. See, if it is an else statement, you have to check it off, and if it is not an else statement, we have to do it. Just like that, we have to perform the operations. For example, a three-way case statement can be written as, see, if you are having three case statements, if case 1, do this program. If case 2, do A2, else do A3, and if. See, here we are having three case statements, case 1, case 2, last one case 3. If case is equal to 1, what we are writing there, ante akkada if it is satisfying this if condition, then we are going for one statement. Otherwise, we are not going for that statement. No, based upon the condition itself, we are moving from one path to the another path. For that reason itself, we have to choose the multi-way branch. If there is a multi-way branch, it can have the option to choose. It can have the option to move from one place to the another place. Otherwise, it can't able to move from one place to the another place. By taking the help of the multi-way branches itself, it can move from one place to the another place when equivalent to set if then else statement. See, if it is a if statement, we are having only three conditions: if, and else statements. That is also a multi-way branch. We are having some case statements called case 1, case 2, up to whatever the cases we want. We can move from that place to the another place. See, here they are giving some example. For example, a three-way case statement can be written as, if case is equal to 1, do A1, else do case 2, else do case 3. Then we are performing and if operations. Why? Because to close these two case statements, we have to do the and if operation. This is the example for the multi-way branch given by them. Okay. Then this is about some predicate, path predicate, and multi-way branches. Then go for the next slide. See, then what is related to the input? See, in testing, the word input is not restricted. It is not a restricted thing. See, we can say that we should not do testing before it, before we should not do, after we should not do. That is no, there is no any type of restrictions. But once we are entering into the testing path, we must do the testing. Okay. Here, what they are saying is, in a testing, the word input, it is not restricted to direct inputs. See, if it want to give, if it want to give the direct inputs, it is not restricted, such as the variables in a subroutine call. If you are having some variables in a subroutine call, but it includes all data objects referenced by the routine, then those values are fixed to prior to entering it. But if it is fixed, or if it is not fixed, based upon that one itself we are going to take the decision. For example, if you are taking various inputs in a calling sequence, but the objects in the data structure values left in the registers, but it is not a combination of object types. See, if you want to make the calling sequence, the object in the data structure, see, whatever the object that you are using there, the values that left a registers means that is a memory part. The values that stored in the register is in that register, some values left. Any combination, we can take the any combination of object types. For example, if you are calling an input in sequence, but objects in the data structures, values left in some objects related to data structures, the values left in the registers, or any the combination of, or any combination of the object types. But if it is the, if it is input, it is not restricted. But input for a particular test is mapped as a one-dimensional array called input vector. See, we are having the concept called arrays. In that arrays, we can store the multiple amount of data at a time. Here, what they are saying is, the input for a particular test. If suppose if you are going to do the particular test, the test is not mapped, and it is not a one-dimensional array. If it is a one-dimensional array called as an input vector, the input for that particular test is either mapped or one-dimensional array, so that if it is, we can say it is not a particular thing, but based upon the values that left in the registers, we can, if we can perform the combination of the object types. But the input for a particular test is mapped, the input is mapped based upon the one-dimensional array called, we can say it as a input. How we can say that is a that one as a input vector? The input for a particular test is mapped as a one-dimensional array called as input vector. Okay. Then what is predicate interpretation? See, if it is a smallest predicate depends on the input variables, some smallest predicates that depends either, see, it must not be there is any rule, there is no other rule that it should be dependable, it should not be dependable, like that. But if a simplest predicate depends only on the input variables, we can say that one as a predicate interpretation. Okay, we can say that one as a predicate interpretation. See, for example, if you are taking x1 comma x2 are two inputs, the predicate might be x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 7. See, what they are saying, whenever the simplest predicates depends upon the input variables, then we can say that one as a predicate interpretation. Then see, for example, if you have taken the inputs x1 and x, for example, if x1 x2 are the inputs, then the predicate might be x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 7. If you have taken this example, this is a predicate, then the given values of x1 and x2, the direction taken through the decision is based upon the predicate that is determined at the input time. See, at the time of input, at the time of we are giving the input, they should get some predicate, no? Based upon that predicate, the processing will be happened. Okay, for example, if we are taking the input here, if we are taking some inputs, suppose if we are giving the inputs like 8 and 7, 8 and 7 means 8, x1 is 8 and x2 7, so it will get a 15, so it should be greater than or equal to 7. Based upon the input we are giving, it is going to one decision, it is taking one decision. But that's what we are saying, the input at the time, whatever the input we are giving, based upon that input itself a predicate is going to take the decision. Understand? Based upon the input, whatever the input that we are giving itself, based upon that input only the predicate is going to take the decision. Then we can say that suppose if it is determined at the input time and it is not depend on the processing. Okay, it must not be, if there is any rule that it should be depend on processing, it must not be depend upon the process. Okay, and this is the another example. Suppose assume a predicate if x1 plus y, if we are getting some if we are getting some predicates like x1 plus y greater than or equal to 0, that along a path prior to reaching this predicate we had the assignment statement. Here we are having some assignment statement, y is equal to x2 plus 7, although our predicates depends upon the processing. See, our predicates mainly depends upon the processing itself, but we can substitute the symbolic expression. We can substitute whatever the expression we want, we can substitute the expression, from that obtained expression, the we should get that equivalent predicate, that x1 plus x2 plus 7. If x1 plus x2 plus 7 greater than or equal to 0, we can say that one as a act of symbolic predicate. We can express that predicate solely in terms of the input. We can express that particular. See, if they have given in their example, see, if x1 plus y greater than or equal to 0, in that particular case we should take the input values should be greater than 0. Why? Because it is the condition here, it should be greater than 0. Here y is equal to x2 plus 7 means to perform that predicate we should know the two input values, that is y and x2. See, if it is some shorter predicate, here you are having another predicate x1 plus x2 plus 7 greater than or equal to 0, then in this particular type of predicate, here we should know the values of x1 and x2, and after substituting the values of x1 and x2, if that value is greater than or equal to 0, then based upon that value we are going to take the decision. But here the act of symbolic substitution of operations along the path in order to express the predicate solely in terms of the input vector, in terms of some input vector, we can say it as a predicate interpretation. Here we have already said that if the simple predicate depends only on the input variables, it is depending, if it is depending only on the input variables, then we can say that one as a predicate interpretation. But here the act of symbolic substitution of operations and along with the path in order to express the predicate solely in terms of the input vector, we can say it as the vector is called, we can say that input vector, we can say that input vector, that one is called predicate interpretation. Okay, understand that the act of symbolic substitution of operations along the path in order to express the predicate solely in terms of input vector, we can say that one as a predicate interpretation. See, this is about inputs and predicate interpretation. We can go for the next slide. See, here we are giving some example program. See, so some related to predicate and predicate interpretation. See, here we have discussed about inputs and predicate interpretation now. Then based upon the, we have discussed about inputs and predicate interpretation. For that predicate interpretation and something related to input, here sometimes the interpretation may depends upon one path. See here what they are saying that based upon one path also the sometimes the interpretation may depend. For example, in this particular code, if you have observed this particular code, here it is giving the input x. Okay, then next you are having on x, here it is taking x, go to a, b, c and so on. By taking the input x, we are going to the statements a, b and c. Okay, then first statement a, z is equal to 7. If z is equal to 7, go to HEM. HM is one decision. If at b statement z is equal to minus 7, if z is equal to minus 7, go to HEM again. That means here it is depending upon the one path. This is the example. Here if z is equal to 7 or minus 7 or 0, at these three conditions it has to go for the statement HEM. After that statement it has to go for the statement HEN. Okay, understand this concept. If you have understand this concept, sometimes what they are saying is that sometimes this type of interpretation may depend upon the path. For example, if it is the input of x, it is going for the statement based upon that statement also, whatever the statement they are giving and whatever the inputs they are giving, we have already discussed. Based upon the sample statement also, sample input also, we are going to take some decisions. That is not in our hands, but it is in the programmer's hand. If the programmer want to do something, the programmer is the only person, he can do that particular thing. But here based upon some things, sometimes the interpretation and it may depend upon the path. Some paths also it may depend upon. For example, if it is here we are having some program, here we are taking this input x, on x we are going to a statement a, b and c. Here a, in the statement a, z is equal to 7, b, z is equal to minus 7, c, z is equal to 0. In these three statements 0, minus 7, 7, we are going to the statement HEM. If it is a statement HEM, we have to do something. It will print like do something. After performing this operation, it is coming to this statement HEN. Here we are having the condition. It is having some condition. If y plus z means y. We have not mentioned y here, but what they are saying, if y plus z greater than 0, go to ELL. ELL means another decision, otherwise go to EMM. Understand? If x plus y greater than 0, go to ELL. x plus y అనేది గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 0 అయితే ELL అనే డెసిషన్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళమంటున్నారు. లేదంటే EMM. మనకు ఆల్రెడీ z వాల్యూ 7 minus 7 0. ఇక్కడ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 0 కండిషన్ ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది? if we have taken the value of z 7, if you have taken the value of z should be, if y it should be when it should be greater than 0, if the z value should be greater than, it should be greater than 8. It should be greater than or equal to 8. Why? Because if we have taken the z value minus 7, then the value of y should be 8. 8 minus 7, that is 1, that is greater than 0. So hence here the condition is satisfied. Here in this particular case we can say that here the condition is satisfied. So here y value should be, here the y value should be greater than or equal to 8. Okay, Here the predicate interpretation at HEN depends upon, here the predicate interpretation means what are the interpretation that we are going to perform there. Okay, the interpretation of at HEN depends upon the path we took through the first multi-way branch. Here we are taking some multi-way branch. It yields for three cases respectively: if y plus 1 greater than or equal to 0, y minus 7 greater than or equal to 0, and here it is taking the multiple ways, multiple branches. So here also it shows the y value should take the multi-way branch. Why? Because if it takes the multi-way branch, then only here the condition will be satisfied there. Here it yields for the three cases. What are the three cases there? Y plus 7, y plus 7 greater than 0, y minus 7 greater than 0, y greater than 0. Here these are the three conditions. Then if it is a path predicate, any specific form of predicates of decisions along the selected path after interpretation. See, in the path predicates, the path predicates are the specific form of predicates of the decisions along the selected path for the, these are the decisions along the selected path for the interpretation. If you are going to perform some interpretation kind of things, here we have to choose the multi-way branch first, but based upon that multi-way branch it yields for the three cases respectively. What are the three cases there? See, if y plus 1 greater than 0, y minus 7 greater than 0, and the next one is y greater than 0. These are the three statements. If we have applied that y plus 7 greater than 0 in that statement HEN, so the y value becomes y plus 7 means then that z value becomes 7. Here they substituted the value of 7 there. Here they have given the value of z, no, here they have substituted the value of z here. Z value 7, in case of z value 7 this is the condition. In cases of z value minus 7 this is the statement. In case of z value 0, suppose if you have substituted 0 here, it will only becomes y plus 0 means it is y. The condition will becomes y greater than 0. Understand? Here we are having multi-way branches. We have to apply all the multi-way branches in that condition. Then the three cases will become y plus 7, y minus 7 and y greater than 0. Why? Because we have substituted the value of z there. Then the path predicates are the specific form of predicates of the decision along the selected path. See, these are the specific form of, these are only the specific form. We have not mentioned any form. It is a specific form of the predicates of the decisions along the if you have selected some it is along some specified path. If we have taken some specific path, then it is a predicate of the decisions along the selected path for the interpretation. Okay, this is about we have in this class we have discussed about predicates, path predicates and achievable paths. See, predicates, path predicates and predicates, path predicates, achievable paths and predicate interpretation. Up to here we have discussed. In the next class we are going to discuss about some topic related to this predicates. Okay, please be prepared with that. Okay, if you have if this is the main thing that you have to keep it on mind. If you have, this is the multi-way thing, so please be sure about that once we have done all these things. So if you have observed this, then you can you can get an idea about that. You can get an idea about all these topics related to these things. So the topics related to predicate, path predicate and inputs and path interpretation. This is this is one example related to the one of the examples that is only related to the path interpretation. This is in this path interpretation how we are going to choose the multi-way branch. In this path interpretation, how we are going to choose the multi-way branch also we have learned. Okay, these are the some topics related to predicates, path predicates achievable paths and predicate interpretation. By the next class we are going to continue this topic. Okay, you can leave the class now.